Welcome to Adaptable Movement. These workouts are designed to meet you where you are with options so you can move in a way that feels supportive to you today. Today's workout is going to be entirely on the floor. We'll start on our backs, move to our sides, and then onto our stomachs, and then all the way back over to our backs again for the end. I'll give lots of options for many of the exercises, and one of those options will include using a yoga strap or maybe a towel or band, maybe even a sweatshirt, just something to support your foot. I'll also be giving breathing cues for some of the exercises. If breathing cues do not work for you, just ignore those. If they do, you can follow along with those cues. With everything and all these options, just choose what works best for you. As promised, we're going to begin on our backs with an exercise called the serratus punch. So we're trying to tap into our armpit power here. We're going to reach with our pinkies up toward the ceiling, trying to feel the muscles on the sides of your ribs engage, and then dropping your shoulders back down. And we're going to do somewhere near 5 of these together. So this is our second one. Just reach, hold for a moment, and come back down. If it takes you a little longer to feel that engagement in your 2 little armpits, just hold for a little bit longer before coming back down. 1 or 2 more here. Again, reaching with those pinkies, getting the shoulders warmed up a little bit. Our next one is going to be a pelvic curl, and that's our first one with some breathing cues. What we're going to do is we're going to be curling our spine up, starting with the pelvis. I want you to think about this as pulling from the front of your core rather than pushing with the back of your hips. So maybe thinking of it as like blinds, or if you had suspenders that you're pulling the fronts of your hips toward your shoulders. So we're going to take a nice little breath in here. And then as you exhale, tilt your pelvis towards you and then start rolling up your spine piece by piece, only lifting up as far as you can feel that connection with the front. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale like you're using a rolling pin to squish your vertebrae down piece by piece. So that rolling pin is the front of your core pushing back down. So again, inhale. Exhale, roll up. Feeling the front of your core, inhale. And exhale, push back down, rolling down piece by piece. And then keep going for a few more at your own pace. And maybe as you're getting toward the end of this set of these, you're noticing that you can get up a little bit higher, or maybe you're noticing, oh, this part of laying my spine back down, I need to work on that control. So just notice, and we'll finish out with whichever one you're on. Our next one from here is a hamstring walkout. I'm going to give you 2 options here. The first one is bridging your hips up, and you're just going to keep your hips up the whole time, and you're walking your legs out until you start feeling some intensity in the backs of your thighs, and then you'll walk your feet back in. If you walk further out, it makes the exercise harder. So again, option 1, keeping your hips up and you're just moving your legs nice and slow in and out. Option 2 is going to be lifting your hips, walking out just a little bit, walk it back in, and then bring your hips back down to reset. This is especially nice if your back starts getting sensitive. Just feel free to use that reset at any moment. But we're going to start with about 5 of these, very much at your own pace. So bridging your hips up, and walk it out. And maybe as your hamstrings start getting a little bit warmer, you can walk your feet further. Or maybe you just stay where you're at. Do one more. And then bring it back down. This one you might want to have a strap of some kind. I happen to have a yoga strap, but this could be a towel or a sweatshirt that you just toss around the middle of your foot for it. Our first choice for this one, we're setting our spine nice and neutral, so that might be a little bit of that first pelvic curl, that tip of the pelvis, so that it feels like it's flattening out just a tiny bit. And then we're going to extend our leg and draw little circles on the ceiling, trying to keep both of our hip bones anchored down. Our options to make this a little bit easier include supporting your leg with that strap or towel, or you can even just draw the circle with your knee, which makes it so that you're having to control a lot less mass going around in a circle above you. So it just makes it a little bit easier as far as the weight that is on this exercise. For this one, we're going to do 3 per direction on each side. And the breathing pattern is inhaling to open your leg and exhaling, bringing your leg in through the midline. So inhale to the outside, exhale to the inside. Okay. Choose which option you think you want to start with, but feel free to modify as you go. Starting first side, first direction. Change direction on that side. And now we're heading to the other side. First direction. Other way. And now we're done. Both feet down. Now we're turning onto our side. Your first option for this one is a side plank hip lift. So we're going from a hinged back position on our elbow and our knee, then bringing our hips forward and up. Nice little lift through the side here and coming back down. Your second option, if being on your elbow and in that side plank doesn't work for you, is a sideline clamshell. Your feet are going to be together and you're starting hips stacked over each other, and you're just lifting that top leg, just the knee up, using the outside of your butt to lift your leg. So those are your 2 choices. Again, somewhere around 5. I'll tell you when we're ready to switch sides. Let's begin. Finish up one more, and then we'll go to the other side. And starting the other side. One more. And then we're heading to our stomachs for the next. As we're heading to these exercises on our stomachs, I just want to acknowledge that not everyone's comfortable laying on their stomach and doing these, so feel free to skip forward if these exercises don't work for you. Our first one is going to be a mid-back sweep. And for this, you'll have two options. The first one is to put your hands on the back of your head while you do it, and the second option is to have your hands down on the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to lift our shoulders up and then keeping our hip bones rooted to the floor, we're just tipping our shoulders over toward our hip and then back to the center and over to the other side, to the center, and then lowering down. So let's begin. And that's our last one. After that one, we're going to push back into a child's pose. Just to stretch out our back for a moment and take a few breaths here. You can be in a higher position if that's more comfortable for you. We're going to extend forward again onto our stomachs, and you'll need a little bit of room for your arms to swing around for this one. We're doing something called a blackbird, where your arms start out in front of you. You sweep your arms down to your hips, then turn your palms up and bring your hands behind your butt and as high as is comfortable on your shoulders, and then bring it back out, sweeping around. On this one, as with all shoulder exercises, don't run through any pinchy, painful movements. So feel free to limit your range of motion, maybe even support your hands on the ground. And you can just stop once your hands get here without flipping your hands and tucking them, or just tuck them to right behind your booty instead of getting them up on your back. Again, whatever is comfortable for you. We're just working on mobility, stability, and control in the range of motion that works for you. Let's begin. Last one here. Let's now turn over onto our backs to finishing out with two cool down exercises. So we're focusing on nice slow breathing, relaxing our nervous system after doing some work. Our first one's going to be rolling like a ball. So you'll just grab your legs, however feels comfortable for you and your hips and your stomach. And you can do a little rocking side to side. You can make the motion bigger if that feels nice. Just letting your breathing come back down to normal here. Maybe lying on your back and just moving your hips around a little bit. Next up is going to be a spine twist. You can put your arms however you feel like. Maybe it's full wide starfish, little cactus posture, whatever feels good to you. And we'll just drop our knees to one side. And if that's good enough, for you to feel a good twist through your side, just stay there. Otherwise, you can send your top leg up and deepen the twist. And just take a few breaths here on this first side. And slowly come out of that. Send your legs over to the other side, tipping over, sending the leg higher if that feels nice for you. Then come back to center. If this felt supportive to you, subscribe so you can follow along as I post more joint-aware workouts on this channel. Comment if you have any requests for the future so I can tailor future videos to your needs. Thank you so much for moving with me today. And remember, every option is valid, just like you.